What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode 7 of the Moviegoers Live Show. A new thing that I've started on my channel where I get to invite a guest per stream and get to ask them some questions so that way my viewers can get to know them better. And tonight's guest is a guest that I actually had on my channel last week for my watch along of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. So after we did that watch along, I figured I would actually decide to bring her on for the my live show that I've been doing. Excuse me. So please help me welcome back to the channel. Hold on a sec. Please help me welcome back to the channel, Lilly. How's it going, my friend?
Hi, everyone. It's going well. How are you?
Doing great. I'm very happy to have you here. And it's gonna be a fun one. I'm really excited to ask you some of these questions. It's gonna be fun.
I'm ready.
So
I don't know.
Questions galore. Who knows what they could be asking? So
I know I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, because that's kind of the thing though. Like you go to some like you get to interview somebody else, and then then you get to ask them these questions, and they get nervous about what questions you ask them. So it's because they're thinking, what's their plan?
Right. And then the mind just goes blank, and you're like, I don't remember any movies I've ever seen. What's my name?
Yeah, that's definitely right. So let's see. But how was your day today, my friend?
Good. I worked. I'm a social worker, so my day is usually pretty hectic and crazy. It was pretty uneventful day, which is nice.
That's good.
Then I ate some dinner, and now I'm here, and I'm very happy.
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. We did kind of talk a little bit before we went live that I just I had a pretty busy day. That I didn't think I was gonna have a busy day though, but then yesterday, when I was literally just sitting at home doing nothing, I literally get a call from the company that I applied to, and they're like, "Want to set up for either today or tomorrow?" And I was like, "Oh crap!" Last second call, because I had an appointment today, which was earlier in the morning, and if I was actually able to stay out of town for the whole day, I probably would have done some more stuff. Probably go to their theater and probably see Scream 6 for a second time because that's the only theater nearby from me that's even still playing Scream 6. My theater already got rid of it. I think it was after Dungeons and Dragons came out, they got rid of it.
Yeah, they're like, all right, we can replace them. This movie's 2 weeks old. It's got to go.
Well, I mean, it did well opening night though when I saw it because I've told the story before, but when I got to the theater, it was immensely packed. Like the concessions, from the line from the concessions and ticket stands, which are actually just culminated into one at my theater, was all the way back to the bathroom.
Wow.
And I was like, well, good thing I ordered my ticket. Because otherwise I would have missed a half an hour of the entire movie.
Yeah.
So
that's why no matter how small the movie is or how big, I always get my tickets in advance now.
Yeah.
Because I never know. I'm like, I want my seat picked. I'm not gonna risk it.
Yeah, it's with I had to do that with Super Mario Brothers because I could not risk getting into the worst seat possible,
right,
which is in the first 2 rows at least, when it gets to the bigger screens in my theater.
Yeah.
So it's those 2 rows are the worst to sit at.
Yeah, because you have to look up and
got to tilt your neck at everything just to catch the details.
Right, you got to leave with a brace.
So thankfully, for both rounds, because I've now seen it twice, I ordered my tickets ahead of time. So
yeah,
because
that's the way to go. I know you have to pay a little more for the convenience fee or whatever, but I'm like, I don't care. I will pay it.
I don't even like get to pay that much of a fee though, like because they only give you like $1 booking fee whenever you buy your tickets for my theater.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they don't really charge you with seating. They just charge you with booking your ticket. So
Like okay, that's good.
So so let's see, because I did that with Creed 3 because I kind of figured it was going to be packed, and it was semi-packed.
Right.
Scream 6, because of that one, was packed to the load. Like, it was so packed. And that's when my theater kind of turned into a reaction crowd when watching Scream 6. Like, it did turn into a reaction crowd, and I was like, this is the theater experience I've been waiting for. Like,
yes, like, there's two things that come into my mind. Like, if the theater is fully packed, it's like it's either going to be a great crowd that's like fun and not annoying, or it's going to be the complete opposite and everybody's going to be talking and like on their phones and stuff, which is like my biggest pet peeve. I will fight someone.
Yes, I actually do agree with you, because when my theater opened, I think it was the second week, or no, it was actually the first week, because the first day it opened was when Multiverse of Madness came out. I was able to go see it. It was when I went to go see the new Firestarter, which don't bother watching if you guys haven't. Don't bother.
Awful things.
It's really bad. And I thought I was going to be one of those people that actually would walk out of it going, hey, it was actually not bad. Nope. Still hated it. And there were students that were sitting towards the back row that would not shut up, and I was like, please shut the fuck up. Please shut the fuck up.
I can't.
And then there was a guy in front of me during the third act of the movie that went on his phone and started texting, and I was like, But I think a couple of the students even got escorted out of the theater, so that's something.
Yeah, like, I will fully get the manager. Like, I do not mess around. Like,
yeah.
Because it's so, like, you spend all that money, like, you're excited, like, you're there to see a movie and, like, appreciate it, and then other people are there just to be somewhere, you know? And
yeah, because they sometimes just go there just to pass the time.
Exactly.
So
annoying.
That was kind of the way I felt watching Avatar: The Way of Water in theaters. Like, there were 3 guys that were sitting right next to me. I could literally hear them. They were right next to me.
Yeah.
And they were talking and going on their phones for a lot of the movie. And that movie's 3 hours. Seriously, that movie is 3 hours.
Yeah. Like, we do not have time for this. Put your phone away. It's not that hard. They even tell you, like, before the movie starts, like, shut the fuck up. Am I allowed to cuss? No.
Yeah, you can. That's fine. It's fine. I don't care.
Okay.
I just don't cuss in the pre-recorded videos. I can cuss on streams, but just not on pre-recorded stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, but there were times I was wanting to go get up and go get the manager or somebody to get those guys to leave. But at the same time, I didn't want to get up because otherwise I'd have to be following the track that that James Cameron was posting on Twitter. Like, hey, you can take a bathroom break because you're going to come back and see the parts that you missed. And I was like, how do you know?
Right. Like, I never want to get up because, like, I don't want to miss anything. Like, I don't take bathroom breaks at movies. Like, it is serious business.
Like, if it's serious, then yes, then I have to. Like,
yeah.
Like I did one with The Invitation when I went and saw that in theaters. And I didn't really miss anything too important. So I was like, well, lucky me.
Right.
But usually whenever I have to go to the bathroom, sometimes I either just go before the film starts or wait till the movie's done. Like,
yeah, like, just hold it. As long as it's not, like, you know, something super long. I mean, but nowadays movies are, like, getting longer and longer, so.
Yeah. That's also kind of why I skipped Babylon in theaters, because I didn't want to go, like, dread through that same experience I had with The Way of Water.
Yeah.
Because that movie's 3 hours long, too.
Oh, my gosh. And my most anticipated of the year, Beau is Afraid. That is 3 hours. And I'm, like, already, if there's annoying people in this theater, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, because this, like, it's Ari Aster. Like, I am so excited for this movie. My crowd, if my crowd isn't chill, like, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Yeah, that might be the same thing. I think that might be the same thing for me when I go see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Like,
yeah,
but I don't know, man. I'm not ready. I'm not emotionally ready. Like,
right. It's like I don't know. I guess that's what makes us different. Like, we care, and it's like an experience, and you're looking forward to it versus just going to the movies to pass the time. Like,
yeah, because why do you think I went to go actually give my money and go sit down and watch Renfield? Because I wanted to see the movie.
Right. And you want to support the filmmakers, you know?
Yes, and I want to support smaller films. Like,
yeah.
Even though it's not technically a smaller film, but it's more like it's kind of a small film despite its budget. Because
I mean, compared to like other stuff, like the Super Mario Brothers movie, you know, like it is smaller.
Or compared to like John Wick Chapter 4 or
right, like these giant blockbusters.
Yeah, and like you said, Super Mario Brothers. Yeah. And it was like I got to go see that in theaters last Friday, and it was just me and 3 other people.
God bless.
It was just me and 3 other people, and I thought to myself, well, I guess I have the freedom to laugh as loud as I want, because there were times during the entire, like, a lot of the action sequences, I was laughing out loud. Like,
yeah,
like I could barely even hold my laughter. Like,
oh my gosh, my favorite theater experience this year was M3 Megan.
Really dig that movie.
Literally, the theater, it was so fun. Like, I sat, it was like completely packed. The girl next to me, I had no idea who she was. We were like best friends by the end of the movie because we were just cracking up so hard. I like couldn't breathe. Like, I was having awful like laugh attacks. I'm like, I'm going to like, it was just so funny, like just ridiculous.
Same kind of experience actually that I had with Cocaine Bear. Like,
yeah,
it was a packed theater and it was on opening night, and there were times, especially when the bear was literally mauling people down, and it also especially with a lot of the human characters, where I could not stop laughing.
Yeah, and it's like once you start, you can't stop, and then you're just like wheezing like a crazy person.
And another one I can also give an example to, even though the theater wasn't as packed, but there were times where I could just not hold my laughter, was Violent Night. There were so many times I was just laughing out loud.
I did not see that, and I'm like, I regret it so much. I should have went and seen it because I've heard good things.
It would have been a good time for you to see it in theaters because it was out around Christmas time.
I know. I'm so upset. That's like my biggest regret from last year, is not going to see that.
Yeah, I was gonna go see that opening night, but it was crappy in my area. It was blowing snow. It was a blizzard, so I was like, you know what? Yeah. I'll wait. I'll just wait till on Sunday, go see it, and I did. I will never forget my experience watching that film. That was actually one of the first times that I actually started to react to the things on the screen. Obviously, I didn't say things out loud to be annoying. It was just like either laughing or just being like, ooh, with a lot of the action. Because whenever it gets to the action, it is bloody. Like, it is really bloody.
Like, you can't believe, like, that's why I'm so excited to see Evil Dead Rise, too. I think I'm going to see that and Beau is Afraid on the same day, probably Saturday. I might do a double feature.
I'm planning to see Evil Dead on Friday.
Yeah, I heard that it is just super gory. Like, I watched Spooky Astronauts. She got to see it early, and she's like, "This is like the goriest movie I've ever seen." I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" Yeah, I'm like, if that's
just as gory as Terrifier 2.
She said it's on par with Terrifier 2.
Oh my!
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen any gorier film than Terrifier 2, to be honest. Like, because the film is like packed to the brim with gore. Like,
yeah, and she's like, it does not let up for a second. Like, it's just full throttle the whole time. I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot.
yeah, because I kind of made the plan because my parents actually really wanted to see Renfield because I told my mom that Nicolas Cage was playing Dracula and immediately got her sold up right on that.
That's all you gotta say.
Exactly. So, and because that Renfield and Evil Dead are around the same runtime, they're running at an hour and a half. I kind of made the plan like where it's like that they can go see Renfield and I can go see Evil Dead because they can go see Renfield and I can go see Evil Dead because so that way I can get my little butt scared off.
Yeah.
And
can I just say, like, I appreciate a 90-minute movie so much. Like, because I feel like movies are so long nowadays. I'm like, give me an hour and a half. Like, that's great.
Yeah. That's why Cocaine Bear works so well because that movie was only an hour and a half. Like,
yeah.
What's another one? The Super Mario Brothers movie. Yeah, Mario was an hour and a half. Renfield was an hour and a half.
I love it. I'm like, more of this, please. I mean, I like long movies, but like, there's nothing better.
But sometimes you need to cut it back a bit. Like,
yeah, like you don't need all that.
Let me look at my list of movies that I saw in theaters this year, because I think I'm up to 15 now. Well, technically, I'd be at like 18 or something like that because a few of them already I've seen twice.
Yeah.
So, like, let's see. Puss in Boots. I mean, I saw Puss in Boots: The Last Wish for a second time in January, but that movie's only 100 minutes long. That's it. It's only 100 minutes.
I love it.
And
like, you don't, like, get to the point. You don't need all that extra stuff all the time.
Knock at the Cabin's only 100 minutes. Like,
okay.
And that movie gets straight to the point. Like,
it does. I did like that. I mean, it wasn't like the best thing I ever saw, but I did like that it got straight to the point, did not mess around.
Yeah, and then some of my friends want to come up and say, Shyamalan knows how to put somebody to sleep, and I'm like, do you not know actually like what good Shyamalan does? Like,
right.
Because I mean, again, respect all opinions, but I'm just saying though, seriously, right. And he still and one of my buddies still has Knock at the Cabin as his worst film of the year, and I'm like, get out of here.
No,
there's way worse.
Way worse.
Let me see, because
people are dramatic.
My God, Skinamarink ranked way lower than Knock at the Cabin. I despise that movie.
That was such a weird. Did you see it in theaters?
No, my theater did not get that movie because usually my theater does not get smaller movies. Like,
it was weird. Like, it just felt like I was having a nightmare. Like, it didn't feel like I was watching a movie. It was just like, what is going on right now?
Honestly, that movie really completely put me to sleep. Like,
yeah, like
it was so boring. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I got something. But we Have a Ghost is way worse than Knock at the Cabin. That new Christopher Landon movie on Netflix.
Yeah.
But the worst part about that movie is that you give David Harbour a silent role.
Why would you do that? That makes no sense.
That's what I said. So disappointed. Ridiculous. But of course, we know the one film that I have ranked the lowest of any film this year is Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
I knew it.
Oh, it's no I don't think it's going to be any contest. What the worst film of the year is going to be is Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Right. Like, from what I've heard, I don't think you could get worse than that.
It's really, really terrible. Like, I liked the idea of it. Like, I liked the idea of turning Winnie the Pooh into a slasher killer. Like,
yeah.
It was an interesting idea. I mean, yes, it was going to be bad and silly, But I was like, okay, if they can do it, just give me some goofy, campy fun with it. Like, are they gonna do like childlike voices, like with the Winnie the Pooh characters and him stabbing somebody and bringing the catchphrase like, "Oh, bother," like something like that. Like,
Right. Like,
or
you
is
gotta bring those elements into it, you know? Like,
or is Winnie the Pooh gonna have like signature Winnie the Pooh kills, putting a honey pot in somebody's head, smash it with a sledgehammer, drowning somebody in
right.
molten hot honey, or filling the honey pot with acid and then tossing the acid. Like,
Yeah. Like, how was that not used in the movie? Like, it's a no-brainer.
because every kill you see in Blood and Honey is everything you've seen in a normal slasher. Everything.
Like, there's nothing unique. Like, what about
Like,
it is Winnie the Pooh, you know?
yeah, like all because you see basically people getting strangled, people getting stabbed, slicing their throats, and crap like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the car kill might have been unique if they actually kept the camera focused on where where the head was getting crushed.
Mm-hmm.
And because a lot of the gore is just either cut away, obscured in the background, or it's off to the corner of the frame, or even like when somebody's like watching Winnie the Pooh do something, like it flips back to Winnie the Pooh and the deed is already completed, and I'm like, excuse me, excuse me,
like, you weren't gonna show us? Like,
yeah. But the gore you can see though is pretty heavy CGI blood, like the ones that's basically like where the camera actually can sit still, especially the pool scene when Piglet smashes a girl's face with a sledgehammer. It's CGI.
that sounds so stupid. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, Renfield's completely heavy on the CGI gore, but they actually utilized it well.
They did it right, for sure.
Like,
I thought it looked really good.
It didn't look so, like, even though I knew it was CGI, it didn't look completely fake. Like,
right, and that's how you know it's good. Like, if you can't noticeably tell that it's CGI, like, that's good.
If somebody told me it was CGI, but then when I watched it, I was like, it didn't look completely CGI. Like,
yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that it was completely CGI.
But we already know practical effects are better than CGI.
Amen.
That's why you gotta watch films like the Terrifier movies, because they actually have practical effects with gore.
Yeah.
Or the Thing.
The Thing, yes.
Videodrome is another one. Videodrome has practical effects. Just don't give any more money to Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. You can spend your hard-earned money elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with that one.
Oh, bother.
Oh, bother. There we go.
Like, go give your money to Super Mario Brothers.
I would gladly watch that again over Blood and Honey.
Of course, because I mean, it's the Mario. I mean, it's the Mario Brothers, for crying out loud. Like, so let's see. Let's hit
that
these.
movie was so fun.
I already want to see it a third time. It was so fun.
I can't stop thinking about it. I don't know.
Me too. And even though I gave it a lower score than a couple of my other 5 out of 5 movies on my list so far, I have it ranked as number 2 at the moment because of rewatchability. Like,
see, it's hard, not ranking, but rating movies on a 5-star scale, because I rate everything on Letterboxd, and I will sit there for 20 minutes. Do I give it 4 or 4.5?
yeah,
who cares?
I mean,
so, I just kind of go with it, and if I need to change it, I will. It's hard.
Yeah, but it kind of depends on how much I think about the film and how much more it'll either go up or go down. Not to get too deep into this one, but with Creed 3, I thought about it a little bit more and I liked it a little bit less. And yes, it might be because of one of the stars in the movie, to be honest.
Yeah.
Short-lived. That was a short-lived career.
Total nosedive.
Because what did we have? We had Devotion, we had Quantumania, and then Creed 3. That was very short-lived.
Yeah. What is wrong with people? I don't understand.
and then somehow they're going to get justice for some of that, they should be in jail for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I agree.
So let's see these comments here. We got The View with Drew. How's it going, Drew?
Hi, Drew.
Let's see. Lance Jackson. What's up, Lance? Me and my grandparents looked at Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and I got to say, love it right up there with Shrek 2. I do, too.
Me, too.
I think it is my favorite Shrek movie by far, though, but I don't know. We need to... I know some people are probably crucifying me for that because of Shrek 2, but I don't think Shrek 2 is as good as like the first one, in my opinion. Not even like as good as The Last Wish for me. I love Shrek 2 though, don't get me wrong, but I just think the first one and The Last Wish are better. Like, what's a movie you were shocked to learn was based on a true story? Cocaine Bear. Like that was the one I was most shocked to hear was actually a true story.
I'm trying to think what other ones have been true. I feel like a lot of the times I go into them knowing that they're true. Like with Cocaine Bear, like I already knew it was based on a true story, but it's still crazy though, like how that actually happened.
I didn't even actually know the entire story. Like I knew that, like I didn't even know the story. Like all I knew was that a bear was doing cocaine and going on a rampage, and then I figured out that the bear ingesting the cocaine was true, but the rampage part was completely exaggerated.
Yeah.
I don't know if you actually know this, but you remember the movie 80 for Brady?
Yes.
That was actually based on a true story. Like,
oh my gosh.
Not them actually going to the game or anything like that. They did have like a little. They had like an 80 for Brady club basically with these old ladies.
Why do I kind of want to watch that movie? Like just for fun.
I would say for fun, but I wouldn't say to really spend $20 on it or anything like that.
No.
That's one to watch on streaming.
Streaming, yeah.
My guy Zach Milne Talks Movies. What's going on, buddy?
Hi.
Oh, there we go. He corrected it down there.
Whatever you want.
Let's see. I love pre-reserved seating so much. I haven't stood in line for a ticket in ages. Nice.
Same. I can't even tell you the last time I bought a ticket at the theater.
I mean, sometimes I do that so that way I can actually have those as memories, and then put them and stick them inside my Blu-ray cases, so that way I see them in the theater, like I did with Cocaine Bear.
I do. So I go to Regal and I scan the little barcode, and then it does print me out a physical ticket. So that's nice. I still get a ticket. It's just
it's just whenever I get my ticket pre-ordered online, my theater does not print out their ticket.
Oh, okay.
So that's sometimes I don't pre-order sometimes ahead of time. I figured this one was not going to be packed with the menu. I knew that was not going to be packed anyway, so I was like, you know what? Just get my ticket at the theater. I'm not going to order it online.
Right.
Because I don't think even anyone was even going to watch the movie. And then come to know that there was either 3 or 4 other people with me.
That was a fun theater experience too.
I love that movie. Good thing I never watched the trailers, because that movie that movie was so shocking.
Oh my gosh. Going back to Renfield, I'm so glad that I got to see Nicholas Hoult in a role that I didn't want to punch him in the face the whole time. His character in the menu was so insufferable.
But I kind of felt like that was the point, though.
It was. No, it was. But I'm I still want to punch you in the face. You're so annoying. So now, to see him in Renfield, I'm oh, you're lovable again. You know.
I need to get out of a toxic relationship.
So sweet.
I love Nicholas Hoult. I kind of feel like he's becoming a hidden talent in Hollywood right now.
I agree, because he's not super A-list other actors. I feel like he's still a little kind of the underdog a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, he's still getting up and coming though. We kind of figured that. But
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't think he's like getting some of the credit that he deserves as an actor. Like,
right, he's very good.
Because I mean, like when you look at a movie like The Menu, most of the praise of the performances either go to Ralph Fiennes or Anya Taylor-Joy. Like,
yeah. And see, the fact that like we hate him so much, like that just means that he's such a good actor, you know, like in that role. Like he totally sold it.
Like it's something like it's a character that you love to hate. Like
love to hate, exactly.
Yeah, because if it's a character that you absolutely hate in a movie, then it's like there's no point. Like there's no point in even like continuing on the character's journey. Like
right.
Like especially like the two leads in House Party. Like I did not like their characters at all. Like they went nowhere. All they did was just clean houses and smoke weed. Like
right.
And then decided to commit a big crime by throwing a house party in LeBron James' house. That is a serious crime. Like
yeah.
But
oh my gosh.
Yeah. Fuck that movie. Fuck that movie. Jared Runner. What's going on, Jared? How you doing, man?
Jared.
Ashley's in here. How's it going,
That's
my friend?
Sister. Hi.
Oh. Good to see you, Ashley.
Yay.
Let's see. Why do people choose to pass the time by paying to sit in a room and go on their phone? Go do that at McDonald's. Thank you.
There we go. Makes no sense.
Go to Perkins and do that, for crying out loud.
Literally anywhere else, you know?
But the theater, though? Really? You're
Jail.
there to watch a movie. Like, seriously, you're there to watch a movie. Like,
right.
Why do you think I went to see, what's a good example? Why do you think I went to see Dungeons and Dragons? I wanted to see it.
Right.
And also because I review movies. So.
Exactly.
Let's see. Yep.
It is.
Yep.
But you know what? I'm ready. Yep.
He's right.
They are.
Because I was concerned about John Wick Chapter 4 being 2 hours and 49 minutes. But that was like... It went by fast.
Now that there are movies that are 3 hours, I'm like, 2 hours and 49 minutes. Psh, that's nothing.
Yeah, but I was concerned about the runtime with the Batman, though, because that movie's 2 hours and 55 minutes.
Yeah, that did not feel like 2 hours and 55 minutes.
But it's every time that I watch it that the movie goes by faster. Like,
yeah, I feel like the Batman, like, it deserves better. I feel like nobody talks about it anymore, and it like got no award recognition.
Well, I mean, it did though, but I mean, it got some nominees, but it just didn't win anything.
Too like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it could have had more.
I would have given that film Best Picture if I could. Like,
right. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
I would give it a recognition, like for a nomination, but for me, I don't think that would be the one to win. Like, yeah. For just personally speaking, like, because if you look at my list of 2022, my favorite movie of the year was Top Gun Maverick.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have taken that one to win Best Picture, which sadly it didn't. But I'm still happy. I'm still happy though because Everything Everywhere All at Once won Best Picture.
Yeah,
I'm still happy though because
definitely deserved it.
If I did not like that movie, I would have been pretty upset that won Best Picture. But thankfully, I loved it.
So, it's hard not to love it. Like I don't know.
Yeah, and then I get some people that are commenting and being like, "Oh, it's basically got a comic book-ish plot." I'm like, "Shut up!" That movie is completely original. Like,
right?
You cannot compare anything else to that movie.
No.
Nothing.
It's so it completely stands on its own. Like it's amazing.
Yep. My Renfield experience was the same. Yep. And I think it was earlier this morning when I was in Target. I was texting Zach for a minute, and he told me that he saw Renfield for a second time, and I was like, "How was it the second time?" And he was like, "Still just as fun." And I was like, "Well, now I need to see it again."
Me too.
I am Dracula.
I love
Freaking
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage is. I mean, some people complain that his character is underutilized, but here's my argument towards that. If his character is not in the film for that long, you need to also focus on telling a story. Like,
right.
And
he doesn't need to be in every single scene, like, because then when you do see him, you're like, you appreciate it more. I feel.
Same thing with Cocaine Bear. Like, you don't need to see the bear in every single scene.
And then when the bear's there, you're like, oh my god, Cocaine Bear.
Yeah. Or with Megan, you don't get to see Megan every single time in the movie, even though she's in it for a lot of the film. But it's just you still also got to focus on telling a good story to actually actually pull in your audience. Like,
right.
And that's why I love films like Cocaine Bear and Renfield, because they tell good stories and also keep me in touch with it.
You right. Like, you want to know what happens next.
Haven't cracked up in a really oh no.
Oh,
there were also times where even during the Super Mario Brothers movie where I was really cracking up. Like,
oh my gosh, Bowser's Peaches song, I was dying.
That song crossed actually into the Billboard Hot 100, and I was like, wow.
That better win song of the year.
And I was like, congrats, Jack Black. Congrats. Like, because he deserves it.
Iconic.
And then I definitely understand their complaints with the soundtrack, because it is basically a lot of radio hits. But I'm not complaining though, because at least they were good songs. Like,
I really didn't mind it. I don't know.
They played Take on Me, and I was like, oh, there you go. Because I was in marching band in school, and we actually got to play Take on Me for pep band, and I was like, oh, this was what I wanted. Like, and then during when they're getting the carts ready, they play Thunderstruck, and I was like, they play this song so much, but I love it. Like, because it sets the tone. Like,
yeah.
But I'm trying to think of one like that they should have used. Maybe they could have played some like a little bit more like 90s metal or something like that to kind of get me into the mood, like with the Mario Kart stuff.
Yeah, like a different decade, maybe. I don't know.
They could have played like Welcome to the Jungle or something like that. That would have been fun.
That would have been very fun.
Yeah. Or they could, or especially like when they're going to see Cranky, instead of playing Take on Me, which I would have still leave it in the film, but just use in a different scene. I would have said put Jungle Boogie by Kool and the Gang. Like,
that's a good one. I could see that.
Because hey, basically the Kong Village is basically a jungle. So
a jungle, yeah.
So
there you go. It works.
Movies and Train Studios. What's going on, my friend? My second watch-along co-host. Zach says, I walked into Renfield and Evil Dead Rise trailer was playing, but the screen was black, and as I walked in there was a jump. Oh, no.
Oh, frick.
Anytime
Can I just say,
oh, go ahead.
This freaking trailer, oh my gosh. I've been saying Mommy's with like every day.
Mommy is with the maggots. Like, it's so creepy, and whenever but it's always the ending in the trailer with eeny, meeny, miny, you. It seriously freaking scares me. Like,
I'm like honestly so scared already, but I love horror movies. It's my favorite genre, so I'm ready to be scared to death.
Same here. I love scary movies.
Yes.
Let's see. I gotta get to. Oh, there's a lot. Let's see. So I'm gonna pass on. Yeah, I know, Zach. You're not a big horror guy, so don't tell me that you're gonna see.
Those movies are scary.
Well, I mean, I would say, just like watch Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness, and just prepare to just laugh your head off, like.
Right.
Because those films are pretty much glorified B movies.
Yeah, like the new one. I don't know.
But the
Evil Dead
remake though, the remake, genuinely scary. Like,
yeah,
I mean, I can kind of see the original's pretty scary, but at the same time, it's pretty campy. So
it's so campy. I watched it again last night, and I'm like, this freaking movie is so good.
let's see, movies and trains. We're watching Tenet right now. Easy jump from a 6 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10. Good.
I need to rewatch that movie.
I love Tenet. Let's see. Skinamarink is the cure to insomnia. No, it is not. Skinamarink is this year's cinematic NyQuil to me. That movie is basically NyQuil. Like, if that movie's gonna do anything for me, it's gonna put me to sleep. So.
I could totally go to sleep to Skinamarink, I think. Oh my gosh, that rhymed.
Yeah. Let's see. I love David Harbour. I do too.
He does.
My least favorite movie was the original Mario Brothers. Oh Jesus, no! I remember watching that. Oh man, that's a bad movie. Like,
it's not good.
Come and get it, Lizard Breath. Like, one of the worst casting choices of all time was with Bob Hoskins as Mario. Easily one of the worst casting choices of all time. I mean, Chris Pratt's casting choice at first made me roll my eyes, but as the trailers came along, I was like, okay, I like this better. I like this better.
Yeah.
And people are like, it should have been the original voice actor. I'm like, no.
That would have been a lot.
That would have. I would have needed to take like some ibuprofen to get through it. Like,
yeah.
I mean, hey, the guy in the pizzeria playing the arcade game was pretty funny though. It was actually the original voice actor of Mario.
Yeah, that was.
And at first, I kind of found Chris Pratt's Italian accent really jarring, but it was really funny. Like,
yeah.
Spoiler alert! Like, he actually does use an Italian accent in the beginning of the movie. It's pretty funny. Like,
I thought so.
Like, at first it was pretty jarring to me. Like, because I was like, Chris Pratt's not Italian. Like, oh man.
Yeah.
Innocent until proven guilty, although it's not looking too innocent at the moment. Yeah. While he definitely doesn't seem it. Oh wait, yep. That's what I was talking about.
Oh,
Jonathan Majors. It was Jonathan Majors. Judd's in here. What's going on, Judd?
Hi, Judd.
Usually when I pre-order, I just have the ticket people scan my order code and print out the ticket. Only didn't have it done for movies that either forgot to have printed or didn't have faith in. I agree. I agree with this comment right here. He's in the high B list of actors.
High B list. I agree with that.
Yes, for sure. Did you watch Air? Yes, I did. I did watch that movie. Oh man, that was so. But it's gonna be on Amazon Prime pretty soon though, because it is an Amazon Studios movie. So.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll cut you some slack for that one. Because my theater actually was able to get that movie, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Man, was that good.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
Did you see the new Resident Evil movie trailer? Nah.
Mm-mm.
I've kind of jumped off, like, because even though I liked the last film, Welcome to Raccoon City, even though I'm not, like, a big fan of the Resident Evil games, like, but then it's just, like, I keep thinking about those Paul W.S. Anderson ones, and I still, oh, God, they give me a headache. Like, I mean, mostly speaking to the final chapter, that movie gives me a complete headache. Because you can't see anything in that movie. A lot of the action is so chopped up.
Yeah.
Because anytime that Alice is firing her gun towards the monster, it goes like, and I'm like, whoa, slow down here.
Yeah.
I can't see.
I don't know what's going on.
Exactly. It's like, that's worse than just having dark lighting. like is just really, really bad cuts. Like,
yeah, too chaotic.
when it comes to movies, I can't do 3D because I remember I had to get a DVD of Shrek 3D. I got scared because the cover. Yeah,
So funny.
that was the reason why I didn't watch any movies in 3D. Like,
I
was one of them.
I saw Scream 6 in 3D.
I heard the 3D was awful. Like,
it honestly, it really, like, I kind of forgot I was watching it in 3D. Like, at first, it was noticeable, and then I'm like, it was fine.
I think it was because of this one commercial for the Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland when Johnny Depp throws his hat and it comes through the screen, and I'm like, that legit made me think, like, I'm not watching movies in 3D.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was a kid, I was staying over at my aunt's house for the week, for a few days. She took me and my brother to go see Cats and Dogs: The Revenge of Katie Galore, which it's a bad movie. Thinking about it now, it's a bad movie, but I liked it as a kid, so
yeah.
And we were sitting all the way up in the front row, which at the time was like, it wasn't bad, but it was like, my aunt and my brother were wearing the 3D glasses. I was the only lone dog in that one. I did not wear the 3D glasses because I was too much of a wuss. Like,
oh, it's a lot.
But I think the first time I really got to like watch some 3D stuff was when I got the 3D DVD of The Final Destination.
Yeah.
To clarify, the fourth one. And it actually did not look bad in 3D. Like, it was actually pretty decent. I mean, it's not a good movie though, but
no, definitely not. But
the only thing that really stands out about that movie is Bully getting sucked through the vacuum in the pool. That's the only thing that really stands out about that movie. Because
is that the one? That's the car wash, right? Like when the girl's stuck in the car wash.
No, it's this one kid that squirted Bully with a water gun when he was on the phone with somebody. He takes the water gun and then puts it at the thing, like where, like where it actually drains the pool. The water gun flips the switch to drain the pool, and then a golf ball hits his pocket, which makes his quarter go into the water, so he has no choice to go in. And so then it goes to the bottom of the pool, and he gets stuck down there, and he gets sucked right through the vacuum, and then boom,
guts everywhere.
Guts everywhere, yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, at least his coin was all right, though.
Right. Priorities of these people.
So bad. It is not good at all.
Final Destination 3 is the best.
I think 5 is my favorite, actually.
5 is pretty good.
I love the 5th one.
Yeah.
Let's see. I also like the Paddington movie. It has my favorite James Brown song. I feel good. Yes. Love Paddington.
I'm very sad to admit I've never seen Paddington, but I need to. I know it's like the greatest movie ever. Or is that Paddington 2? I know,
I think it might be the Paddington 2.
Yeah.
Because watch The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent and then watch Paddington 2.
Yes. I have seen Unbearable Weight. That one was so funny.
It is a great movie.
Yeah.
It's so hilarious. And people are saying, "Oh, I'm tired of goofy Nicolas Cage performance." Watch a movie like that. It's supposed to be stupid.
Right.
And even Renfield is supposed to be stupid.
Yeah, you're not supposed to take them that seriously.
And you're not. And also, there's a lot of times where you cannot take Nicolas Cage seriously.
No, yeah, for sure.
Watch Con Air. You cannot take that movie seriously.
Right.
Well, it ain't my ties and Yahtzee out here, but let's do it. It's so dumb.
Oh,
it's so over the top. But it's so awesome though.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Any excitement for Last Voyage of the Demeter? I don't think I've heard of that.
Wait, I feel like I just saw the trailer for that when I saw Renfield.
I did not see that trailer at all. So
now I don't remember what it's about.
Because when I went and saw Renfield, I got 2 trailers that were from the company that made Renfield, and then I got this one animated film trailer that looks, I mean, has a good cast, but the animation looks like crap.
That's right. This one, it's also about Dracula.
Oh, that is?
Yeah. But they're like on a ship. I don't know.
Sold.
I'm ready. It doesn't take much to get me intrigued.
Yeah. Let's see, because I got the trailer for Asteroid City at Renfield.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for that movie.
I'm a big Wes Anderson fan, so.
Me too.
And of course, no surprise, but I got the trailer for Oppenheimer.
Yep. And can we forget Barbie? Hello.
I didn't get Barbie in front of that, though.
I got Barbie, and I was so hype.
I got Barbie in front of both rounds of Super Mario Brothers, and I also got that in front of A Man Called Otto. So
I cannot wait. Barbie, like, ugh.
That teaser, though, did not sell me on the film whatsoever, because I was like, okay, this is not going to be good. But that new trailer, when we actually got to see a little bit more of the world building and also some more of the characters, I was like, okay, you got me. You got me.
And I love Greta Gerwig.
Yes. She is an awesome director. Like,
she is.
Like,
love Lady Bird.
And I love Little Women.
That one's so good.
Could she be 3 for 3?
I think so. There's no way Barbie's not going to be amazing. Like, my hopes are so high. Watch me get. I don't think I will, though.
We'll see. Javi does not lie when he says Paddington 2 is top 3 material. That movie is so good. I see why, though. It's great. Home Video Junkies in here says, who are your favorite deceased directors? I'm thinking he's meaning like directors that have passed away.
Wes Craven.
Stanley Kubrick, probably for me.
Yeah.
I love Stanley Kubrick. Even though a lot of the stuff he did on set of The Shining is very unforgivable, but there's no denying that he's a really fantastic filmmaker. Like,
right.
So, but yeah, all right. We should probably just get into some of these questions here because we.
I feel like we've just been talking this whole time.
That's kind of good about this kind of thing, though, because we actually get caught up in a conversation. Like,
that is true.
So, so I know that you're a big A24 fan. So I have a couple of A24 related questions.
Okay.
So first off, what is your favorite piece of A24 merch that you own?
Oh, this is hard. I bought a new A24 hoodie. I wish I could bring it down and do a little show and tell. But it's like gray and it says like A24, and then on the back there's it's like puff paint. Like, if you know what that is, it's like it feels like raised.
Yeah.
It is so comfortable, like that. I've been wearing it so much. And then I also have a white t-shirt that says A24 in googly eyes, for everything everywhere all at once. That one's really nice. Love that. And then I'll show you these real quick. I don't know if these count as merch, but
I guess they could count because they're exclusive to the shop. So
yeah,
so
these
I'll count them.
Screenplay books. I don't know. Can you see them?
Let's see there. Here, let me put you on solo layout really quick. There you go.
There we go. Hereditary and The Witch.
Nice.
These are beautiful. Like, I'm obsessed. The whole screenplay is in here, and there's like a bunch of other stuff.
That is nice.
They're so nice. Like, I want to collect all of them, but they're a little expensive, so I wait until they're on sale.
Yeah, because like when I was gonna go on the A24 shop to get a couple of physical media, like because they have some movies that are exclusive to their shop, like Lamb, Marcel, and After Sun. They have those exclusive to their shop.
Yeah.
And but I looked at the prices and I was like, I need to wait.
Yeah.
Because
they're expensive.
Or unless if they can actually greenlight an actual physical release to Lionsgate, like.
Yeah.
Because they did that with The Whale, and I was happy about that.
They did. That was nice, and it's more accessible, I feel like.
Hey, they also did that with they did that with X. They did that with Pearl.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the Lighthouse 4K. This is super nice. It's like
jealous because all I have is this.
Hey, I have that too. Don't feel bad. And then Midsummer, I got this director's cut. And then I got like all sorts of stuff.
Same thing.
I have the original too. I gotcha.
But at the same time, I just kind of don't feel like I really need those because I have the movies I want. Like, so come on, Lionsgate, just give me an actual physical release for Marcel, please. I would love that.
I just got Marcel in the mail. I got that, After Sun, and the Lighthouse 4K all in like one pack. That was a very fun mail day. I was very excited.
That was definitely a good mail call. I'll tell you that. Like,
yes,
because let's see, yeah, I was trying to think about that for a second. Because I watched Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. I think it was the last day of January this year. I watched that for the first time. I was blushing throughout the entire movie. Like, I was just blushing.
Yeah.
Because it was so freaking adorable. Like,
he's so cute. And they sell a little like Marcel the Shell like figurine on the A24 site. It's probably like $100, but I need to get it.
And that definitely fixed my mood that night because right before I watched Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, I watched Jeepers Creepers Reborn. And that film was awful. Like,
I'm not even going to bother.
Good.
Yeah.
You're basically saving yourself the hour and a half that I had to spend. Like,
thank you for watching it so I don't have to.
Oh, God. Easily the worst film I've ever seen in my life is Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Like, it is that bad.
Is it worse than Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey?
Way worse. Like,
wow.
I don't think anything is going to get worse for me than Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Like, because, for one, the characters are awful. The writing is bad. And they could not even film a single scene outside. Everything they have outside is completely green screen.
Why? That's so stupid.
Like, seriously, everything outside is completely green screen.
That's ridiculous.
I get if it was COVID restrictions or anything like that, because the film was shot during COVID. I understand if it was COVID restrictions, though, but that's not an excuse. Like,
no, like, you can still go outside.
Exactly. You can still go outside. And like, seriously, like, when you look at the trailer for that movie, it looks a lot like Leprechaun Origins. It is so freaking bad. Like I did not think they would get worse than Jeepers Creepers 3, but they found a way to do it.
They found a way.
Oh, God. If they greenlight a sequel and it's the exact same crew, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Like, because that movie was released in Fathom events. The same thing with Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. They released at Fathom events, so they charged $20 for a ticket.
What? That's crazy.
Because it's like, hey, we need the money in case we're going to make sequels. And it's like, well, why would you need the money if you like? Because before Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey even went in front of general audiences or even saw $1 out of the box office, they not only greenlit a sequel already, like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, but they also greenlit a Bambi and Peter Pan horror movie.
I heard about those. Like, why?
Are you trying to destroy my childhood?
Like, I don't even know what to say. That's awful.
Like, but then watch, they're going to follow the exact same formula they did with Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Hillbilly dudes wearing the masks of those characters.
Yeah.
They're gonna follow that exact same trademark.
Yeah.
And have the worst characters ever in a slasher movie. Not just like, even like trying to do character development, but they're so idiotic. Like it's slashers, so sometimes I can be fine with it, but if it's someone like that trying to make a crazy idea, that's just unacceptable. Like,
no,
it is seriously just unacceptable.
It's just such a waste. Like, they could have made it so much better.
I mean, look at Terrifier 2. Even though some of the characters are dumb, they actually have good kills and an actually really awesome final girl. Like
it's still entertaining and like it's not trash.
Yes, because Art the Clown is not only a sadistic killer, but he's funny. That's what makes him entertaining to watch.
Exactly. Like, it's enjoyable. Obviously in a sick way, but you still want to watch.
Yeah. Every time I think about Art the Clown, I always think of that costume shop scene where he's putting his weapons on the counter and then he's just like and then, did you hear what I said?
So weird. Yeah.
I always try to imitate his smile, like, because it's pretty easy to imitate for me because it's like,
yeah, that's pretty good.
Hey, Damon Leone, where's my offer for Art the Clown?
Seriously.
Let's see. Also, to play another A24 question, what are some of your favorite A24 films?
Oh, there's a lot. So, obviously, Hereditary. I don't know, Midsummer, The Witch, The Lighthouse is so good. I love The Lighthouse.
Me too.
I'm gonna look behind me. I'm gonna forget a bunch. I know I have so many. I just saw Sunday. That was really good. Like, it made me want to give my dad a hug. What am I missing?
Let's see.
I love Ex Machina.
That movie's actually really scary. Like,
it is. It's creepy.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of some good ones off the top of my head. Obviously, I love her. Obviously, I adore Hereditary. Like,
yes, there's a lot of movies I forget are 24. Like, I love Lady Bird.
That one.
What else?
Under the Skin is actually one of my favorites of A24.
That one's good. Underrated.
Let's see what else we got.
I feel like I'm missing. Oh yeah, obviously, X and Pearl.
I love those movies.
So good. Wearing my Pearl shirt today. Nice.
I love that. That is awesome. Like,
yeah, this is from Studio House Designs. I highly recommend so of their shirts. Like, it's kind of crazy.
That is a really nice shirt. I got to be honest about that.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm missing. I
have to mention this one. I have to mention The Whale. Like,
oh, The Whale.
I have to mention The Whale. Like, just don't eat while you watch that movie. Just don't eat. No. Like,
I can't.
Because
It's so hard to watch.
spoiler alert, when Brendan Fraser orders pizza, he double bags the pizza. Like, he's just like
Literally,
that.
like, shoving it down his throat. So scary.
And I was like, oh, God, no. You're doing this to yourself. Like, oh, and that movie will destroy you. Like, it will destroy you.
Yeah.
Like, not just, like, and not just meaning, like, physically destroy you. I mean, like, mentally destroy you.
Mentally destroy you.
Because every time he does that famous quote in that movie, I cry every time. Like it's just.
I'm so glad.
Now I'm gonna start crying.
Oh no! Wait, can I'm gonna tell a story.
Okay.
Okay. I saw The Whale on New Year's Eve. I know, like a great like party movie. Let's go see The Whale. Me and my boyfriend go. We sit down, excited to cry, whatever. And this guy comes in the theater, and it's just me, my boyfriend, one other random lady, and then this guy comes in, like high as a kite, just like yelling and just like acting like a crazy person. He's smoking cigarettes in the theater. And he's like laughing and just like throwing himself on the ground. Like it was so crazy. And the movie started. And he was in the movie for like the first 15 minutes, just like cracking up and like just acting so wild. And I'm like, sir, like this is The Whale. Why are we laughing? Like it was so crazy. So I like looked at my boyfriend. I'm like, you got to get the manager. So he goes, the manager comes in and he's like, sorry, like you got to come with me. Like you can't be smoking in here. Like, what are you doing? So thank God the guy left. And then I was scared, like paranoid that he was going to come back. I'm like, oh my God. Cause you never know. Like people are nuts. And then after the movie, like luckily he was gone within like the first 10 minutes or so. And then we got free movie tickets. Like the manager was like, I'm so sorry about that. And he gave us like a free ticket that was good for like any ticket, like IMAX, 3D, whatever.
Yeah.
So
like,
it all worked out in the end. But that was bizarre. That was so weird.
That was just bad. Like
I'm like, why are we doing this right now? And I remember the guy was like, no, I really want to see this movie.
Well, then like, don't be smoking in the theater, for crying out loud.
What? Like, it was so weird. I cannot even
like, because I can't even imagine that. Like, because I've told this story before, and I still even get angry even just thinking about it, because it was when I went and saw Creed 3. It was during it was a really emotional moment in the movie where I was literally like bawling my eyes out.
Yeah.
And then there's these guys that are like next to me. Like, I don't know what the fuck they were whispering about, but they were laughing. Well, I was there just bawling my eyes out. Like,
that is so like it just totally takes you out of it. Like, how can you be laughing right now? Do you not have a soul?
Like, seriously, if you're laughing while watching a movie like that, you seriously do not have a heart. Like,
no.
Yeah, because that just screwed it up for me. Like,
yeah, like it's so uncalled for. Like, what is going on?
That's why I hate people like that. I hate those people. Like,
yeah.
Because seriously, if you go to the theater to see a movie and there's other people around you, be respectful.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
That's what I said. That is exactly what I said. It's not that difficult.
Right, like you go.
And then I tell my parents about that, and it's like, well, those are people in the movie theaters for you. And I'm like, do you not understand?
Like, it's common courtesy. Just like, don't be a dick.
Yeah, because they're like, well, people don't take movies as seriously as you do. And I'm like, well, cut the crap. This is serious.
There's a difference between like not taking it seriously and just like acting like a total idiot, you know?
there's a difference with that, because I mean, if you're not taking it seriously, it's like you're watching Cocaine Bear. You can't take that movie seriously.
Yeah.
So, but it's like you're watching Creed 3, or you're watching
The Whale,
or Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, for that matter. Like,
yeah,
you have to be able to take the movie seriously. Like,
right. God,
or hell. I'm even just gonna come out and even say to take it, or even like, what's a good one? Trying to think of something good to kind of Knock at the Cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why did it take me so long to think about that? Like, because a lot of the films that I've been seeing lately are like, honestly, like, require a reaction crowd. Like Scream 6, John Wick 4, Super Mario Brothers, Renfield, and Dungeons and Dragons. Like, those require reaction crowds. Like,
they do. Like, it just totally amps up the experience.
And then again, people just want to come in and ruin it for you. And I'm just like, well, if you just want to come in and ruin it, why don't you just go work at McDonald's?
Literally. And I like McDonald's.
Yeah, but it's like, if you really just want to come in here and ruin it, just go get a job or something.
Go somewhere else. Yeah, like, don't go to a place of entertainment. Like, that's just so messed up.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you remember the story that my buddy Jacob Hubbard told me, because that was the last guest I had on the show, he told me about when he was working at the theater that somebody came up to him. It was for It Chapter 2, that somebody was in their seat. So he goes up to the theater. So he goes up to them. It was like a group of 4 people. He's like, "Hey, can I see your tickets?" Like, "Oh, I think it was supposed to be for that kids movie." And then he walks them out, and they should have just been leaving by now, but they're just standing there and chilling and everything. And so Jacob turns his head, and but his eyes are still on them. So like, my head is turned, but my eyes are still on you right now. Like,
yeah. And
they just charge right into the movie, and he's like, "Oh, all right." so he gets a security guard and goes into that theater. So he grabs his light. He's like, click, click, and he's like, "Hey, get out."
Yeah.
And he's he was just staring at them in the corner, like, just smiling. I'm like, "Hey, get out."
Oh my gosh.
That's what I would do if somebody was just sneaking into the theater. I would just go up to them and be like, "Get out."
Just like pop up and scare them.
I would scare them and be like, "Get out."
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And then the guy was like, "Oh, can we get a refund?" He's like, "Oh no, you can't."
Nope, sorry.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
That was one of the funniest stories I've heard, when he was like, "Hey, get out." But the weirdest one, that seriously caught me so off guard, because he worked at the theater for a few years, and he told me there were so many stories he could tell. The weirdest one is that he walked in on people actually having sex in a theater.
No, what movie was it?
I don't know what it was, but he was working floor staff at the time.
I need to know.
So they have like a sheet to kind of tell you like where if people that are where people are in the theater. So and there was 0 people that were on the sheet. So if there's nobody in there, they can go in and clean it before they close. So there's nobody on the sheet. So they're like, "Okay, let's go clean it." He opens the door, and like that hallway that you walk up to go to your seat.
Yeah.
It was like right in the hallway. There's a guy and a girl
just having sex
right in front of him. Right in front of him.
How? I don't understand how people are that brave. like what?
And so he closes the door and then stands outside the hallway for a couple of minutes, and then eventually they do get out of the theater. And as the guy's like walking out, like he's putting his shirt back on, he's like, "Sorry, bro," and the girl's like giggling, like, "Hee hee," and he was like, "Y'all are fucking gross."
Oh.
I felt bad for him, honestly, because I mean, that'd be so weird that if I was going to go clean the theater after before we actually got off the shift, that I walk in on people actually like having sex, like right in front of me. Like,
Yeah, like you shouldn't have to see that. That's so disgusting. Ew.
and also don't do that in a theater, please. Just don't do that
You
because
know, I
we
would
don't need to because it's like we don't need to see you having sex in public. Like,
right. Like, don't they know that there are other people there that can walk in at any second? Like, I don't understand.
I know,
Oh
me
my god.
neither. I know it was a weird thing to tell you, but it was like
No, that's
because it caught me so off guard too when he told me, like, because he was like, "There's funny stories." Like I walked in on people having sex, and I was like, "Oh wait, what?"
like,
I
huh?
got me.
Coming? Oh my god. It's
And then he
funny.
told me, but he told me about the time when he actually had to escort a guy out of the theater for Candyman, I think.
Oh,
It was this because apparently it was a guy, a man and a woman and their daughter, and she was very small, so it was basically she was pretty much like around 3, and usually in Regal, like usually there's a rule where it's like 6 years old and under, and for an R-rated movie, not allowed. So
yeah.
So he goes to the usher stand because he said the guy was acting weird and I didn't want to deal with him. So he goes up to them and it's a mildly packed theater and they're all the way in the back row. He's like, excuse me, sir, how old is your daughter? And he's like, she's fine. And he's like, okay, I get that, but how old is she? He's like, she's fine. Can we just enjoy our movie, please? And then he was like, and Jacob's like, well, sir, look, if your daughter is 6 or under, she cannot be in here. And he's like, she's 8, and she wasn't 8. So he's like, sir, you're gonna have to leave the auditorium. So he walks them down there to escort them out, and he grabs his popcorn, slams it down, and gets right in his face because he's like, I want to see this fucking rule. And he is just like get on my face, get on my face, and he's like, show me the fucking rule. And then he literally just loses. Like Jacob just loses it. He's like, I'll show you the goddamn rule. Like if somebody was blowing up in my face like that, I'll be like, okay, come with me, jackass. I'll show you the rule. Come with me.
You want to test the rule?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if they were getting on my face like that, I don't care if I talk to them like that. Like I wouldn't care. Because
people are freaking nuts.
And then, so he shows him the rule: 6 years old and under for an R-rated movie, not allowed. And he's like, well, nobody told me that we were buying our tickets. And he's like, that's our fault. I'm sorry. And he's like, I want to speak to your manager. And he's like, I'm the manager of the night. So
I am the manager.
So yeah, if I was the manager of the night and somebody said, let me speak to your manager, I'm like, well, I'm the manager of the night, so you're talking to me. So, but that's karma for him. Yeah. That's karma for not actually listening to the rules. I mean, even if he didn't know the rules, that's still very inexcusable. Like, I know there's crazy stories, like, because, I think those around the time that Lightyear came out. That because I have some friends that work at the movie theater. She posted on her Snapchat story that there was like a big mess in one of the theaters, and there was like really wild kids just running around.
The worst. Oh my gosh.
And even there were some kids during Firestarter that would not stay in their reserved seat.
That like. Oh my gosh, it's always so awful when it's like kids that are there. Like, I want to say like preteens, like 12-year-old boys. Like, I feel like that's the worst because they're up, like running around, just acting so chaotic. Their parents aren't there. It's like, oh my gosh, I will yell at some kids if I have to.
Yeah, because it's like, what's a good one? Like, say like they snuck into like what's a good one here? I'm losing it. Like say like they snuck into like Violent Night or something like that. Like,
yeah.
I'd be like, kid, seriously, you can't be in here. This is not this like if you snuck in here, I'm gonna go get somebody.
Yeah. And most of the time, like, kids will be like scared, as they should. But
Like,
yeah, it's like, shut up. Like, you're so annoying. Like,
yeah, because if
oh,
there was some kid, like if I was watching a film that I was so into, like if it was for like if I was like watching the Super Mario Brothers movie and there were some kids that were like screaming up front, like I'd be like, "Hey!"
yeah.
and scare the crap
Like,
out of them, and then they would
scare
just
'em.
they would just completely shut up.
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
I'll have the guts to do it. I'll just be like, "Hey!"
Yeah. Shut up, you crazy hooligans. Oh my gosh. Kids
Well,
these days.
well played, Lily. Well played. That's exactly what I
Thank you.
said. Like, because, well, and also I can't. Sometimes I just can't stand adults in movies. Like when it comes to them, like not caring about other people.
Yeah, that's bad too.
Because it was for Creed 3. There was this guy like that was like seriously like directly right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Like because I always sit in row 4, technically, which is row D in my theater. Because usually I get the best experience out of that. And it was seriously just like right in front of me, like straight in front of me. And it was even like not even before. It was like before the film even like the previous stuff even started. He was on his phone for a lot of it, and I was like, "Oh no! If he's gonna be on his phone for the movie, I'm gonna go get somebody."
Yeah.
I mean, I'm usually on my phone like before like the movie stuff wraps up because every time that stuff wraps up, I'm like, "Okay, phone's off."
Yeah.
So that way, I just shut my phone down, and then boom, I have no distractions. I'm keeping my eyes on the movie.
Yeah.
Like because. But then it's like if I hear somebody's ringtone, I'd be like, "Really?
Right.
You seriously have no respect for that."
No, that's what it comes down to. Like, absolutely no respect at all.
Because let me see. Like what if I was watching Terrifier 2 in theaters and I was getting so into it, like I was so into it, and probably if it was like during like the best scene in the movie, which is obviously one of the kill sequences. I would say the bedroom.
Bedroom scene. Yeah.
Yeah. If it was at the bedroom, it was the best scene in the movie. I was getting grossed out and all that, just getting shivers down my spine. And then all of a sudden, at one of the best parts of the scene, somebody's phone goes off.
Right.
And I'd be like, "Well, you ruined it."
It's that simple. Like,
I would say probably like I think it's the part like when half of Allie's face gets ripped off and like and somebody's phone goes off like right after that, and I'm like, "Really? You just ruined it."
Right.
Or I would say actually when she's getting cut up by Art the Clown, I should say that. Like when her mom, literally when her mom walks in on her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I was like, "Oh no, you do not want to see your daughter."
You don't want to see that. Oh my God.
And I thought when Art the Clown was doing that, he was a cannibal. Like,
yeah.
I guess he kind of is though. He kind of is a cannibal. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
But
yeah, I cannot.
Also, I can't
will literally sit there and they will record the movie. Like, that ever happened to you? Like somebody's recording the movie on their phone,
like right in front of me, or anything like that? No, nobody's ever done that. They can't do that because it's against the law to do that. Because it's strictly prohibited. It's strictly prohibited in my theater. So, and nobody does that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see that like for other for YouTubers that like doing that for YouTube and stuff. Like I understand that. Like with the the Super Mario Brothers, like with the plumbing commercial. Like what if I wanted to see the whole plumbing commercial again? There you go.
Right. Yeah.
It's right there, right in front of my nose.
I don't understand. Like people will. Yeah.
But if they're alone in the
I don't know if they're
if you're alone in the theater though, that's fine. Like if you're alone in there, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're around other people, don't do that.
Like I said before, it's not that hard to not be a jerk.
Like, what if somebody was being a jerk, like completely, like while I was watching The Black Phone? Then I would be really, really mad.
Yeah.
But thankfully, nobody was.
That's why I'm like, I know. I feel like I need to knock on wood, like that. When I see Beau Was Afraid and Evil Dead Rise, like, I need positive vibes. I cannot deal with any annoying people during those movies.
Exactly. I think that might be the same thing when I go see Blue Beetle. I don't want I don't want any annoying audience members.
Yeah.
Because I'm that excited. Like,
yeah, it's like a whole event when you're excited for a movie.
And then people are just like, hey, and people are just coming and be like, "Hey, idiot, we're ruining it for you." Like,
right. They just come in like talking loud and like taking pictures with flash. Like, oh my god, am I being punked?
Yeah, like, yeah, it's all right. Let's hit these comments here real quick, and then I'll get on to my next question. Let's see. Marvel or DC? I don't know. I'm getting burnt out. I'd probably say Marvel because they actually, even though they're putting out more quantity over quality, they still have some good movies on their hands, though. I'll be honest about that. Like, but I don't know. Like, the DCEU is pretty much done for.
I might be controversial. I don't watch a lot of superhero movies. Like, I couldn't even tell you the last Marvel movie I've seen, but like DC, I love Birds of Prey and the new Batman movie. Like, those are like the only two. Oh, and Joker. I might be Team DC.
Yeah, I see that for sure. Like,
yeah,
but
I feel like I've seen
now thinking
more
about it, because I think mostly because of the Batman. I'm actually gonna say DC. Mostly because of the Batman. I was surprised when I found out Captain Phillips' Deepwater Horizon in 127 hours were true story. Yeah, Captain Phillips especially, actually.
127 hours, yeah.
I can't watch that movie. Like, because seriously, I can't though, because seriously, it's about a guy that got his arm trapped under a boulder. Like,
right,
and
like
that
having
makes
to cut
me
your
so
own arm
anxious. That makes me so anxious.
Yeah,
because
no, that's
I've had body a couple, like, not to get too personal here, but I've had like some body parts that have been stuck in certain things before. Like, there were times I feel like I couldn't even get it out. Like,
yeah, no, and it's like that panic that you feel like, oh my god, like I'm gonna be stuck here forever. No, thank you.
Yeah, and if I watched 127 hours, I'm gonna be anxious. Like,
see, those are the kind of movies that like you have to be in a certain mood to watch. Like, they're not just movies that like I'm just gonna chill and watch 127 hours, you know, like,
or it's like, hey, you bored? Let's watch The Father. Like, or
right.
or hey, you bored? Let's throw on Schindler's List. Like,
like, you just can't.
Yeah, but if you're thinking of something like a turn your brain off kind of movie, like Cocaine Bear or Beast, those are definitely ones that'd be like, hey, you bored? Let's throw in Cocaine Bear. Like,
yeah,
something like that. Like,
for sure.
Let's see.
Something that you don't have to think too hard about.
Yeah. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I do too.
I was talking to my mom about that a little bit this morning. Like, after we were leaving Target, because we stopped at Target for a little bit after my appointment. And I mean, I know people are not all, because everything's kind of streaming now. I'm like, well, you're missing the purpose of what like finding movies is all about.
Yeah.
So,
and just I have loved physical media like since I was a kid. Like, I remember getting movies for like birthday gifts and Christmas gifts, and just like I was obsessed.
Yeah, because if physical media didn't exist anymore, like, I would not be holding Cocaine Bear in my hands. Like, or hell,
right.
I wouldn't even be holding Terrifier 2 in my hands. Like,
right. Like, just being able to hold it. Like, I don't know. It's so special.
Yeah, or what's a good one? Hold on. I had to mute that for a second. You did not want to hear me sneeze.
Oh, bless you.
Thanks. But because otherwise I would not even be holding this in my hands. My Sonic the Hedgehog 2 steelbook.
There you go.
Anything like that. That's the magic of physical media.
Yes. Ooh, Uncut Gems. That's another good A24 movie.
Thank you. Oh, speaking of that.
I'm like, I know there's others.
Speaking of that one, by the way, Good Time.
Yeah.
I had to put that one in. I had to put that in there.
That's a good one.
Let's see. Looking forward to Barbie. Yeah. I mean, I know Lily's looking forward to Barbie. I'm still kind of in the middle on it, but we'll see though.
They did not say it's gonna be like Cats. No.
Saying it's gonna be like it's gonna be this year's Cats. That's saying too much.
That's way no.
Cats is abysmal. Like,
oh my gosh.
Cats is so terrible.
Ooh, sorry, I keep finding A24 movies. Red Rocket. Have you seen Red Rocket?
I hate to be the Debbie Downer. I don't really care for that movie.
No.
Look, I like it.
It's so funny.
I like it, but most of the comedy wasn't really all that funny to me.
Like, it's very like specific, I feel like.
But at the same time, like, I mean, I admire the film for what they were going for, but at the same time, it's a concept I can't really get behind because that kind of concept, if you were actually thinking about it in reality, you would be in jail for a long time. Like,
no, it's awful. Like, yeah, it's like one of those movies that like you feel kind of guilty for watching. You know, like.
Yeah. So. I don't know. I mean, I enjoy the film, but at the same time, I don't feel like I need to watch it again because I've seen it twice now. It went down a little bit on a rewatch. Like, I mean, where's that? I mean, I have it, but it's not. But I'm probably never gonna watch it again. But. I mean, it's not I'm just saying it's not an awful movie. Just
no, it's very good.
It's just not
I don't know how I would describe it.
It's just not my thing. Like,
because Sean Baker directed it. Like, his movies are such like slice of life. It's like they almost feel too real.
The Florida Project is definitely my favorite of his. Like, I love that one. I love. Like, that one I love.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, let's see. Next one. Any films that you guys are cautious that others seem hyped for?
That's.
I would say The Flash. Because some of my friends are putting that as their most anticipated film of the year, and I was like, I don't know.
That seems risky to me, and I don't know anything about The Flash.
I don't know. I was definitely not looking forward to that one as much as like the Super Mario Brothers movie or anything like that, or even Scream 6 for that matter.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, I don't really see a point in this even existing now. Like, it's been delayed way too much.
Oh, yeah. That kind of puts a damper on it, too.
Because I always had this constant fear. Anytime they delay a movie for so long, I always had this fear that it's going to suck badly. Like, because honestly, I thought Avatar was going to suck. Like, the new Avatar, The Way of Water. I thought that movie was going to suck. Because the trailers did nothing for me. And it took way too long for James Cameron to get that sequel greenlit. Like, It took him
Yeah,
way
it
too long.
was a
And
long time.
and I ate my words on it. I mean, I liked the movie, but at the same time, I don't see myself ever watching it again. Like,
Right. Like it wasn't like amazing.
not like some of my friends make it out to be. Sometimes they say it's the masterpiece of 2022, and I'm like, get out of here.
I'm like looking at upcoming movies. I don't know. Oh,
And then watch, like, once Avatar 3 comes out, everyone's going to be like, oh, it's the masterpiece of 2024. And I'm like, no, it is not.
is that coming out next year? Or is it going to be like another 10 years?
It's going to be next year, actually. It's coming out the same day as Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And I'm like, they need to move up Sonic 3 because they're gonna be competing too hard with Avatar 3.
Ooh, I have a good one.
What's that?
The Exorcist movie, David Gordon Green. I was not a fan of his Halloween trilogy. So if he messes up The Exorcist, I'm gonna fight him.
I'm sorry, I enjoyed them.
Oh, now okay, listen. I didn't like hate them. Like I wasn't like passionately hating on them. I just thought they were very sloppy.
I can't admit that Halloween Ends was very sloppy with the concept they were going for. But I kind of figured because of the way that they decided to do Halloween Kills, I was like, okay, I need to turn my brain off a little bit. Like,
yeah.
So that's why I was actually able to enjoy Ends for what it was.
I will say I've kind of been like tempted to rewatch Halloween Ends. And like more than I've been tempted to watch the other ones, like Halloween Kills was hot garbage in my opinion. Halloween Ends, like it was so weird, like the direction they took it in. It was so like what is happening right now? And like I kind of want to rewatch it just because it was so different than the other two. I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know that.
But I still like it was kind of entertaining. I don't know.
I don't know what that says, but I mean, anyway. Let's see. What's a Marvel character you would love to see make an appearance in a Lego movie? I'm gonna say
Lego.
I'm gonna go with Ultron from Avengers. Because of the type of villain that he is, and the way this humor is executed in Avengers: Age of Ultron, actually does kind of help me think that he would fit in a Lego movie because of the Lego movies type of humor.
Like, yeah. So. I love the Lego movie. Let me see. I just Googled Marvel characters. That's how unintelligent I am on this subject. I have no idea. Oh my goodness. What about Hold
on.
I'll go with the Miss Marvel. She sounds fun.
Miss Marvel, okay.
Is that a good pick?
I'll take that because I mean,
okay,
I didn't watch the show Miss Marvel yet, but I mean, I'm going to have to though because the Marvels is coming out, the sequel to Captain Marvel. So yeah, I have to watch Miss Marvel in order to get caught up. It was the Lego movie and then Guardians of the Galaxy in the same year that got the craze of Chris Pratt going. Like,
yeah, for sure, he was like on top of it.
Yep. And I'm kind of glad that he's kind of just like letting himself go a little bit and doing a little bit more voiceover work because I mean, obviously he just did Super Mario Brothers, and he's got Garfield coming up. Like,
oh, he's in Garfield.
Yep, he's voicing Garfield.
Okay, I did not know that.
So, because he's been doing a lot of action movies for the past few years, like
yeah, and I feel like you kind of get like typecast after a while. I feel like when you do the same thing over and over. I don't know.
Because I mean, I know he's been in comedies before, like and and anytime I can see the dude, he is funny. Like, like
I
a lot
like
of people don't.
Rick. It's a good show.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch Parks and Rec, but I do imagine that he is good in that show. But the comedy I can mostly think of from him, and even though I haven't seen it, is the 5-Year Engagement with Jason Segel and Emily Blunt.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that.
That's like the only comedy that I honestly know Chris Pratt's in, like, because everything else is mostly either action. But like, there's kids movies that are definitely with comedy, like the Lego Movie and Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Like, but I really don't think enough people give him credit for that side of his talent with comedy. Like,
yeah, I mean, even though like that's kind of like how he started, like he was like a funny guy and then turned into like action hero.
And it was mostly because of Guardians of the Galaxy. So
yeah,
and just I'm gonna be crying if they kill off Star-Lord in Volume 3. Just don't do it.
Don't do it. I don't know who Star-Lord is, but no.
Well, I'm saying that because he's actually my favorite character of the Guardians. So,
Okay.
So yeah, just don't do it. 127 Hours is a great movie, but I will admit it's not a movie to watch for. Yep.
Yeah, no.
Because seriously, he cuts his arm off when he's trapped under a boulder.
Not a fun time.
No. If you want to watch a fun time with people getting cut up, watch the Terrifier movies.
There you go.
Or watch Scream. Watch Friday the 13th.
Scream. Love Scream.
Yes. Scream 6 though, that was incredible. Like,
Scream 6 was solid. I really like that.
I can understand people's complaints of the third act not really making a whole lot of sense, but I've kind of gotten used to the logic of Scream. Like, I've kind of gotten used to their logic.
Yeah.
So if I've gotten used to their logic, what's there to complain about?
Right. You have to like suspend your disbelief a little bit.
Like, because one of the characters is brutally stabbed in the third act. Like, brutally stabbed. Like, boom, 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 boom. And he's fine.
Like, multiple times.
Yep, and he's fine.
He's totally fine.
Yeah.
It makes no sense at all, but I love it.
It makes no sense, though, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank God.
Right, because you don't want to see these people, you know, like, it had me there for a second. I'm like, there's no way. And then, lo and behold, he's alive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, unless you're looking at the killer's perspective, though, like, because you're looking at it, because when you get to the killer reveals in Scream 6, like, it's like, yeah, they better go out in the most brutal ways possible.
Yeah.
Which they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they definitely do.
Spoiler alert for Scream 6, guys. If you guys have not seen Scream 6, either leave now or cover your ears. It was when, I think it was Quinn that was charging at Tara. She had a brick in her hand, and she smashed her across the face with a brick. Knocking her teeth out. And I was like, where's this? Where's this?
Damn. Right.
And then Tara stabbing Ethan in the mouth. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Brutal.
And she's like, you'll die a fucking virgin. Boom. Knives out.
I love like the dramatic one-liners. Love that so much.
And then when Sam kills the final killer, stabbing him right in the eye.
There's always got to be an eye stab.
Yeah, there's got to.
But it's never easy to watch.
Yeah, because it's like, because then it's like you envision yourself getting stabbed in the eye by somebody. Because it just feels so real in that moment. It's just like, no, don't do that to me.
eye stuff, no, thank you. And I just know there's going to be eye stuff in Evil Dead Rise, and I'm not ready.
Yeah, because I mean, look at like 28 weeks later, like, because seriously, like, when, yeah, because you see Robert Carlyle, one of the zombies, like gouges out his wife's eyes.
No, so scary. Ugh, can't do it.
Yeah, because it's like you see that and it's like, oh no, what's gonna happen to me? Because it feels so real.
Yeah.
Like, or even in Terrifier 2 when he kills that guy in the costume shop with a bottle. That's the first thing he does is stab him with a broken bottle right in the eye.
Can't do it.
It's crazy that the ideas that they come up with, stabbing people in the eye.
Yeah, because they know that's going to get like the biggest reaction out of people.
Well, unless you're watching The Fanatic.
True.
God, that film is so freaking terrible. Let's see. Thank you, Lance, for coming in here tonight, man. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Let's see if I can ask you a few more before we get this done. What's a film that you wish you watched in theaters?
Ooh, oh gosh, there's probably a lot. The first one that comes to mind is It Follows. Have you seen It Follows?
Yes, I have seen that.
Love that movie. Like, if people, that's like top 5 probably for me. Yeah, I did not see that in theaters, but I really just see that on the big screen would be amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna show off my It Follows steelbook.
I think I might. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Look at that.
It's beautiful.
I love it.
It's like my prized possession. I found it brand new on eBay, and I'm like, yes, please.
That's awesome. Trying to think of one I wish I got to see on the big screen. This is tough. I think this is getting tough.
Yeah.
Because I'm literally just looking around my huge collection, and it's like, well, I can't think of one now.
I know. I'm like, what did I see and what didn't I see in theaters?
Even though I wasn't, let's see, I'm trying to think of one right here. Even though I wasn't old enough at the time, I would have liked to have seen these two in theaters, the Punisher movies.
Oh, okay.
These two.
Yep.
This one's with Thomas Jane, and this one's Ray Stevenson as the Punisher.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh yeah, and awesome steelbook here.
Oh, I love that
for Punisher Warzone.
Yeah,
one of my prized possessions in the collection. I think I found another good one actually. Again, I wasn't old enough at the time, but Saw.
Oh, yeah. That would have been a good one to see.
Yep. And I actually have 2 copies of this because, please hold. You may just think that this is just the first film.
Is it a collection?
It's every single one.
Wow.
Including Jake's. Well, mine is Spiral, but it's every single movie.
Wow, that's awesome. That's like a good space saver.
Yeah.
Just compact.
But every time I say this, though, it always causes jealousy because this is actually true. I found this at the $7.50 bin at Walmart.
No way.
I did. I actually did.
A mistake?
I don't know if that was
awesome.
a mistake. It was in the time like they were putting in a lot of the old Lionsgate steelbooks in their bins. So
that's like
so
the find of the year right there.
Yeah, so I found this and it said 8 film collection. I was like, like, because I was so shocked to find it for that cheap.
Like, yeah, that's like amazing deal for all those movies.
Yeah, I mean, because when you look at some collections that you buy, I mean, you buy them for a big price.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Because when I went to the CD shop I told you about today, I found the Friday the 13th set, the Scream Factory edition.
Yeah.
It was used. To clarify, it was used. $100 for that whole set.
Wow.
And I was like, nope. I'm not. Yeah. I don't care how much credit I get back. I'm not spending that much on it.
No, that's a lot. Especially if it's used too. Like, it should be a little cheaper, I think.
If it was like around $30, I'd be like, mine.
Right.
But if it's something like brand new, like I showed you earlier, like the Paranormal Activity set, this was $50. So and
that's
it's like
a good deal.
Yeah, this was only $50. So and it was for all 7 movies and also including a bonus documentary. So
and that's new, right?
Yeah, this came out I think in October of last year.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So, and I love this set. Like,
that's amazing.
So and they have all their separate Blu-rays. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, which I actually think is kind of underrated.
I like 4.
It's dumb, but I like it. But speaking of dumb, though, the marked ones. This one's stupid, but oh, no. It's so dumb, but I enjoy it.
Right.
But easily stupid. Easily the worst one I hear though is the Ghost Dimension.
Dimension.
This one was awful. Like,
yeah.
Oh, speaking of awful, Next of Kin. This movie sucks.
It's just like progressively worse.
And then they got the bonus documentary, Unknown Dimension, the story of Paranormal Activity.
Ooh.
So.
Fun.
Yeah, but we should have just stopped at the marked ones.
Yeah. Like, see, that's the problem. They like drag it out. You know, it's like you got to know when to stop.
But they don't know how to because we get garbage like this.
But like the money.
Yeah, because they're just like.
Right, like Mr. Krabs.
Money, money, money. Because that's why they're starting up that children horror cinematic universe because of how profitable Blood and Honey was in the theater.
Yeah, like they don't
that
even.
That movie was made for less than $100,000.
Wow,
that's small of a budget.
They know that it's gonna rack in so much money because it's Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
So like they don't have to try to make it good.
You seriously need like, and then one of the people that helms the Twitter page for Jagged Edge Productions is like, I would disagree. The success we're having right now is giving us 5 times the budget for the sequel already. Well, but here's what I would say: hopefully next time there's 5 times the effort.
The effort, yes. Like, okay, if you're gonna have more money, like you better try this time.
Like, I understand if it was bad for a first effort, but the thing is, you at least need to put effort into your movie. Like,
yeah, like it shouldn't have been that bad.
Yeah, but I think I've already had one of my questions answered because I asked one of my questions was, what is your favorite piece of physical media that you own? And you showed me one of them already.
Oh. Hey, okay, hold on. Let me see. I'm trying to think of like other stuff. It Follows Steelbook probably is number 1. I don't know. I love my Halloween collection from Scream Factory. I have all of these.
I only have 1 and 3.
Yeah, I have all of them. And then I have like this set, like with the last 3. So that's
that set was way too expensive.
Oh my gosh, it was so. I don't know why I paid all that, but I'm like a completionist. I'm like, well, I need it, so whatever.
But the thing is, it has one of the worst films ever made in there. You could be selling it. You can't be selling it for $100 when you got Halloween Resurrection in there.
Fair point.
Good. I despise that movie on a whole nother level.
See, I feel like
it's not even funny.
That's one of the ones that like I can watch and just make fun of the whole time. Like it's so bad, it's good.
I can't, honestly. I really cannot make fun of it because it's so boring.
It's been a while since I've seen it, so I might change my mind. I just like nostalgia factor. I don't know.
Maybe. But
I do love my HP4. Like they're just so pretty. Like those Lamb and Marcel the Shell.
I want to get those sometime for sure.
And then like Actor's One.
Couple steel books here that I love. Coraline. This is the Shout steel book.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
All right.
Yes.
Yes, there we go. We're matching.
We're matching. I love this steel book.
And I got it. I think I got it on sale actually at one point.
Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous.
When I went to Target this morning, I found a few of the Leica steel books. There, I found a few of them.
Oh yeah.
I found Kubo and the Box Trolls.
Yeah.
But I had to pass on them.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't get them.
Because again, I had to get Cocaine Bear for one, and
priorities.
Yes, and they also had Belly for a good price. So.
Yeah.
But this is the other one I was going to show. Groovy.
Wait, hold on.
We're matching again.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Love it. This is fun. This is the Babadook, and it opens up.
Oh, that is... I've seen that before. Yeah, that is so awesome. Cool?
I found this at the Exchange. I'm like, yes, please.
How much was it at the Exchange?
I don't think it was that expensive. It was definitely like probably around 10 or 15.
That's not a bad deal.
No, maybe even less. I don't know.
Oh.
Wait, what is that?
I found this for cheap, but I mainly got this because it had a lenticular slipcover.
Okay.
For Ben 10 Alien Swarm.
Oh, okay. I like the lenticular.
That's the only reason why I even own this movie.
Oh my gosh.
That's the only reason why I own it. Because if I did not see this lenticular slipcover, I would not have bought this.
Yeah.
So.
Have you seen Marriage Story?
Oh yes.
Okay, do you own it on Criterion?
Unfortunately, I'm going to get it I think I'll get it on the next Criterion sale.
This? Oh, I don't know. Do you know what's in here already? I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, you can go ahead and show it off. It's fine. I mean, I'm going to get it anyway.
Spoilers for Marriage Story, but it came with like the handwritten letters from the movie. Like from oh my heart.
So good.
Both of them. I'm like, that is the best packaging ever.
Really good packaging.
Isn't that amazing? I just thought that was so cool.
Yeah. But speaking of also awesome looking steelbooks, I got the Limey. I know I showed this off last stream, but I love that they can actually just do it like this. And it's the same image.
That's really cool.
But obviously, the way that you get it is like this.
Like that.
I mean, it works both ways. Like it won't even matter. Even if you set it like like this on your shelf, it's not even gonna matter because you still got the title in there.
You still, yeah, it still works.
Yeah.
I love the Lionsgate steelbooks. Like La La Land is so pretty.
Speak no less. I got that one too.
Yay. You know, the colors, like, it kind of reminds me of how Coraline is, like, with the pinks and purples. I just love
Yeah.
that. So pretty.
Yeah. And when I saw the look of this steelbook, I was like, this is coming home to me. Like,
it's gorgeous. I love it.
oh, speaking of gorgeous ones, I got to touch on Ghost in the Shell.
Oh.
Look at this.
That's cool.
That is a beautiful steelbook.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
They actually had, I think they still have it on restock at Best Buy.
I just like, if I could buy all the pretty steelbooks like in the world, I would. I would own all of them. I am such a sucker for them.
Let's see. Oh. My Chicago steelbook.
Whoa, that's nice. Razzle dazzle.
Yeah. Love Chicago. I think I have to mention this one here. I know I just showed it, but I really don't care. I mean, because I just love this steelbook so much. It's for Sonic the Hedgehog too.
That's cool.
And yes, I have the J card on there.
Oh.
So, see that?
That's
and
nice.
Then, boom! Look at that back image.
Boom. Beautiful.
Yep. And then if you open it, and I have my ticket in there, so on this side you got Robotnik and Knuckles, and on the other side, Sonic and Tails.
Nice.
Yep.
That's the artwork. I love when steelbooks like they take all the space they have and like make the most of it, you know?
Even if it's just like their normal posters and everything like that, then that's fine.
Right. Like I hate when they leave stuff blank. It's like you could have done something.
Like how they did with the Christine steelbook, like the back and the inside blank.
Yeah, like why? There's so many things you could do.
That's what I hate about Sony nowadays, is that they always just leave their stuff blank.
Yeah. This is another cool steelbook, The Ring.
One of the scariest films ever. Like 7 days.
It's so cool. I just love like the little VHS.
And a lot of people complain that it was cardboard.
Oh, cardboard, yeah.
But that's kind of the thing, though. It was kind of supposed to play as a VHS slipcover.
Right. Like I feel like it makes it even cooler.
Yeah. So I want that one too.
Oh my gosh. I hope I'm not missing any. I'm like, ugh. Oh, I recently got the Red Eye 4K.
I need to get that.
And it has like, I mean, it's cool, but also like, I don't really know what the point is. But like when you open it, it's like a little mini poster.
Yeah, that's what a lot of the Paramount Presents lines do is that they have they have the slipcovers and then when you open it up, it's a mini poster.
Mini poster, that's fun.
Yeah, but here's something. I mean, I know the packaging's not all that great, but I just love the way that it looks. So I have it. The Mummy collection.
Yes.
I love. Look at that. That's awesome.
That's cool. I like that a lot.
Let me open this up. Open it up and get some details on the movies.
Oh.
So there's The Mummy Returns. And then this piece of shit.
Womp womp.
But this was cheap this was actually on sale for Prime Day, so.
Okay. Can't beat that.
Yeah.
What else? I'm like looking around. I'm gonna grab.
I think I'll save this one because of the artwork.
Oh, that's so cool.
They're definitely B movies for sure.
Yeah, oh, for sure. But packaging is great. I
Yeah.
love my 4K Donnie Darko.
I love Donnie Darko.
I love Donnie Darko so much. And it comes with like a little book.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
good.
I got an arrow release like that one for True Romance, but it's actually sitting outside of my room, so I'm not gonna go up and get it
Yeah.
because a little bit lazy for that.
I wonder, am I forgetting anything? Obviously, all my A24 stuff and these two for Midsummer and the Lighthouse are like so cool. I love these.
Yeah, I mean, and also like a lot of the Lionsgate steelbooks that I have are mostly just incredible. Like
They're
like this
all
one for Ron. That looks amazing.
Yep. That's really cool.
So I haven't seen the movie though, but
Speaking of Nicholas Holt, I have the Warm Bodies steelbook.
I have that too. Also sitting outside of my room.
Yeah. That one's nice.
Let's see. Oh yeah. Since we're still kind of on the topic of Lionsgate steelbooks at the moment, I have to pull out an interesting one here. If I can find it. Oh, crap. Oh, here it is. The Hurt Locker.
Oh, that's cool.
That is such a nice steelbook.
Badass, yeah.
While I'm at it, I gotta go with the Cabin in the Woods.
Hold on.
Match it again.
We're gonna be twins again. Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
So freaking cool. I am obsessed.
Yeah. And I don't understand the complaints with this movie. It's like the reason why they reveal what's going on so early is to kind of poke fun at the mystery aspect of the film.
That's the whole point. Like, I saw somebody say, oh, there's a spoiler alert, like, on the case. And I'm like, it literally happens at the very beginning. Like, that's not a spoiler. That's the movie.
That's supposed to be because, I mean, some people complain that it's like they reveal what's going on way too early. And it's like they're poking fun at the point that it's not even a mystery.
Right, like, it's satire. It just goes right over their heads.
Exactly. Thank you. Because seriously, I get sick and tired of people like just crapping on the Cabin in the Woods. I'm tired of it.
Justice for Cabin in the Woods.
Preach it. Let's see.
Oh my gosh.
I just like, I don't know. Like that movie's just so much fun to watch.
And it's so like, it reminds me of obviously like Evil Dead because they're kind of like playing off that. But
yeah, I mean, I can definitely tell that Drew Goddard took some inspiration behind Evil Dead
for
in some
sure.
ways.
Yeah.
And it's one of those like very self-aware films. Like,
yes,
they're aware of the fact that they're poking fun at being a mystery, like because the film's not even a mystery. They're poking fun at it.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
And people say, "Oh, they reveal what's going on too early." That's the point. That's the point.
Yeah, that's it.
That'd be like saying, like Mario doesn't even have the best story. That's the point. Seriously, that's the point.
Right.
Like, because I kind of feel like critics have really forgotten how to have fun with movies. Like,
yeah, like it's like they want to nitpick every little thing. Like, just enjoy it. Like, you don't need to like.
Just so people can have like, just so they can have like the biggest controversy, like having like comments come at them and all that, and it's like,
right.
There's no reason for it. Like,
no, it's like you don't have to be cool and go against the grain, you know, just because. Like, just enjoy the movie.
Like, let me see here. Like, Knock at the Cabin had some pretty mixed reviews, and
Yeah.
I was like, what's there to complain about? Like,
people are so hard on M. Night.
And I enjoyed Old. Sue me, I don't care. I liked it.
See, like old, like people like hate those movies. It's like I thought it was fine. I don't know, like kind of what you're going into with him. Like,
but at the same time, you don't, because.
But at the same time, you don't, and that's kind of the beauty of it. Like, there's gonna be a twist and like weird shit happening. Like,
exactly. There you go. And let's see. I'm trying to think of another one that I kind of feel like. Well, obviously, the biggest one that comes to mind is usually the Super Mario Brothers movie. Like,
yeah.
When I saw first reviews coming out, and it said the first time that Rotten Tomatoes posted about the score for that was at a 48%, and I was like, oh no, oh no, like this could not get any worse. I go to see the movie, and I'm like, what is there to complain about?
Right, like it's Mario. Get over yourself.
It's not gonna provide an Oscar-worthy story or anything like that. It's supposed to bring respect and fun to the Mario fan base.
Right. And not everything needs to be overanalyzed and like Oscar bait. Like, it's just have fun with it. Like, that's okay too.
Exactly, because that's not what Mario was even supposed to be. It's not supposed to be highbrow art or anything like that, or Oscar bait. It's supposed to be a fun it's supposed to be a fun 90-minute ride with kids, and also made for the fans of Mario. Like,
and they did such a great job. Like,
and I feel like the directors really had respect towards the fan base, because it actually feels like it was made by true Mario fans.
Yeah.
Or definitely. Let's see. Like obviously with Cocaine Bear, like people are dogging on that movie, and then it's like, well, are you guys forgetting something?
It's Cocaine Bear.
It's a movie about a bear that does cocaine and goes on a rampage.
Like, what else do you want?
People are just ridiculous. I'm telling you, people are just ridiculous with it.
Yeah.
Or what's another one? I kind of feel like people are just hating on The Lost City, like from last year. Like, movie with Sandra
Bullock
and Channing Tatum. Yes.
Yeah. I need to see that. Like, I kind of like it piqued my interest. I don't know.
And then everyone was like, "Oh, it's not even like funny." They're like, I don't get it. Like
it. There's just certain movies that are just a fun time, like,
or Violent Night for that matter. I'll go with that one. Violent Night, like,
yeah.
Because seriously, it's about a Santa Claus killing mercenaries. Like,
oh wait, here's a good one. Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar. Lenticular. Have you seen this?
I have seen it, actually.
Like, this is a perfect example of like just ridiculous. Like, you watch it, you have a good time. Like, that's what it's there for.
It was fun. Like,
fun.
I didn't love it per se, but I enjoyed it. Like,
you enjoyed it, yeah. Like, it's not supposed to be a masterpiece.
Right. Let's just say it. The Jackass movies, like,
perfect example.
They're not going to be highbrow art. They're not going to be analytical. You're there to see idiotic guys doing stupid shit. That's the whole point.
That's the movie.
And then people are going to complain about Jackass Forever, and it's like, oh, it's basically the same movie. And I'm like, isn't that the point?
That's because if they would have changed it, they would have been mad for that, Like,
exactly.
Which one is it? You can't have both.
Exactly. I mean, they brought in new cast members, and they're still kind of doing the same old thing they used to do.
Yeah.
I don't understand people with criticism like that. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I feel like people like to hate just to hate.
Don't Worry, Darling is one of those movies. Everyone's just hating it because everybody else hates it.
Right. Like, yeah, I didn't love it. I mean, it was okay. I'm not going to sit here and say it's the worst thing I've ever seen because it's not. Like,
it really isn't. Like, or Lightyear. Everybody hated Lightyear.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is there to hate? It's not that bad.
Right. Like, I don't know. People need to touch grass. Like, it's not that serious.
Or what's it? I would probably honestly say Jurassic World Dominion. If I'm being honest with you, I actually really liked it. Like,
yeah, that one got like
it was bashed hard,
yeah.
and I saw it in theaters, and I was like, what is there to hate?
Right.
Let's see. Amsterdam was another one.
Oh,
David
yeah.
Russell.
That one got really bad reviews too.
So I watched it when it hit streaming, and I was like, "Are you freaking serious? What is there to hate?"
Right.
Or Uncharted. Uncharted's another one. Everybody hated that movie. I watched it, and I was like, "Really?"
Is that the Tom Holland one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay.
That one. I didn't hate it. Like,
right.
Or I know this one's going to be a controversial one because I know pretty much a lot of people that I talk to hate this movie. Thor: Love and Thunder. A lot of people hated Thor: Love and Thunder, and I was like, it's just mindless fun. Like,
right. And that's okay.
Because, I mean, it's Taika Waititi, so, I mean, it's like, it's nothing to complain about.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like you watch stuff for different reasons, you know? And more times than not, you're going to want to throw something on that you don't have to think too hard about. And that's why those movies are made. Like, they're fun.
Marry Me is one of those movies. Like, it's one of those films that's, like, so easy.
I've heard, like, it's actually not that bad.
I thought that film was going to be awful, but then I saw it and I was like, wow, that was good. Like,
yeah.
And then, what's another good one? Let's see. Beast. Beast is another one. And it's like, I mean, because if you think about that film logically, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, so it's like, it's like you need to take all logic out of your head and just chuck it out the window. Like,
yeah.
And then you'll have fun. Like,
right. Like, that's movies. I mean, not to sound like, I don't know, magical. Like, I sound like a nerd, but you don't, like, suspend your disbelief, have fun. Like, it doesn't need to make sense. Like with Scream, like, yeah, if you get stabbed a million times, you're most likely gonna die. But you know what? Movie magic, you're alive. Ta-da.
Exactly. so yeah, people just need to just
calm down
and just back up a second. Like,
it's gonna be okay.
Let's see. Marvel Maniacs in here says it's not as good as Ragnarok, but still a lot of fun. I agree. Love and Thunder gets too much hate. So, but yeah, guys, I think that's just going to about wrap it up for episode 7 of the Moviegoers Live Show. Had a lot of fun here tonight. Thank you so much, Lily, for coming in here tonight for the show. I really appreciated it.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. And just so you know, this is not going to be the last time I'm going to have you on the show, is because I've gone over this with a few other guests, is that if I have repeating guests, it'll be just either a normal Q&A or it'll be a movie trivia night. So,
oh, that sounds fun.
So yeah, and movie trivia nights is going to be one of the only times that I will have multiple guests on for one stream for the show. So
Okay.
So yeah, and thank you so much to everybody in the chat that also came by here tonight to support us, and we really appreciate you guys. So, and Lily,
Fun.
let everybody know where they can find you.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram at Lil Loves Film. I'm on Letterboxd at lillyblasko. I think the spelling is in the description. I don't have a YouTube channel. Maybe I should get one. I don't know. Let me know if you want to see more of me.
I mean, come on! Like last week, we welcomed you here, so I mean, it's not going to be that big of a deal if you actually start one. So
I know. Maybe you guys will subscribe to me. That would be nice.
of course, like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I bring people here to kind of like help support others in the community. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah, again, thank you so much for being here tonight, Lily. I really had a good time.
Yeah.
Let's see. And also I left her Instagram username down in the description below. And hey, why not subscribe to my channel as well and hit that notification bell and hit that thumbs up as well. Content as far as you can expect from me, probably some franchise rankings coming down the line. Evil Dead Rises out this weekend, so expect a review for that this weekend if I get to see it. Guardians Volume 3, really pumped for that movie. Fast X, Jesus Christ. Not excited for that whatsoever. Then we got Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse coming up. A lot of movies coming up over the summer. I'm really excited about. So
yeah.
All right. And of course, I mean, I know next week Bo Was Afraid is out, but that's not gonna. My theater's not gonna get it, so I'm gonna have to wait till streaming to watch it. So, But it's been a fun time tonight, guys. So thank you to everybody that came in here tonight, and again, thank you, Lily, for being here tonight as well.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So we're gonna head out tonight, guys. So hope you all have a good night. Peace.
Bye.